You held up a mirror to someone, and I feel like this isn't even something that you were doing intentionally. You weren't trying to trigger this person or to cause them to self-analyze, to self-evaluate, and yet something that you did or said or some way you interacted with this person held up a mirror to them and caused them to see their own reflection incredibly clearly. So the message coming through in this video is they weren't running from you. They ran away from their own clear reflection that they saw through something that you did or something that you said. And I just keep getting it was completely unintentional on your end, that you were not attempting to trigger this person or even to necessarily show them some aspect of themselves. And yet something put this mirror kind of in their face. And I have to say that for some of you, I'm picking up this is a twin flame or a divine counterpart, because it seems like there is this natural mirroring taking place between the two of you. Like you are natural energetic mirrors for each other. So what you admire in each other is because you see it in yourself as well. And so I feel that this person, I'm hearing deeply curious about you. So in the beginning, I almost see them sort of like a dog cautiously approaching a stranger, where there's like this curiosity and they're kind of coming closer. But then they got very skittish. They got very scared by something that they saw in you. I'm hearing it was something about your purity, the purity of your energy, the purity of your light that illuminated something within them or within their own life that they weren't yet ready to see. And again, I'm sensing that this mirroring effect may have been amplified because there may be a twin flame or divine counterpart kind of connection here as well. And I'm hearing you've been through what this person is now going through. And I'm hearing 7 years. So interesting. The number 7 may be significant to you. Maybe 7 years is significant to someone. But I feel as though this person is going through a cycle in their life that you went through previously. And again, it could even be 7 years ago. And that may not look exactly the same in terms of circumstances on the surface. So you may not necessarily look at this person's life and say, oh, it's exactly identical, but I feel like there are parallels. I feel like they are on some kind of timeline that you've worked your way out of, that you rose above, but that they're still feeling very stuck in. And I just keep hearing the word parallels. Like there are a lot of parallels between your lives, which is why they were so curious about you. But something has just triggered this fear within them. And I'm getting that when this happened, this person changed their behavior, changed their communication style, or pulled back very suddenly. I'm hearing they feared that they were letting you see too much, not realizing that they didn't have to show you anything on the surface for you to sense and see everything on some level intuitively, because you are a very intuitive person. It's almost like they thought they were oversharing, not realizing your intuition knew everything that they were sharing with you, even before they said it. So I want to go ahead and pull some cards on this situation to see what else we can channel from this person, because I am getting that this shift in their behavior, I saw an owl in my mind's eye. So this can represent wisdom, protectiveness. We have the card balance here, yin and yang, which of course can be a twin flame symbol. Ooh, I just heard you and this person, it's almost like they represent the shadow and you represent the light, but you're one and the same. There's a yin-yang dynamic here where they're deep in the shadow and you're deep in the light. And yet somehow you are the same quality, you are the same energy, but one of you is representing the unconsciousness, the shadow. This other person is representing that, and you are representing the consciousness, the light. But somehow this person is in denial. Yeah, we have the denial card, and it's interesting because there is a tree pictured on this card, and you can see its reflection in the lake on the image. And so it's almost like what they're in denial about is the fact that what they're looking at and what they're reacting to is a mere reflection of themselves. I'm hearing afraid of their own reflection, unable to see below the surface. I'm also getting that this person may feel quite literally as though right now they don't have the capacity to process their own reflection, to go deeper with what they're feeling here. Because in order to move forward with you in the way that they were in the past, with the style and rhythm of communication and interaction, to move forward in that same manner would require them to process something about this reflection that they're seeing, to really take it into account, to go deeper into it. I'm seeing someone dive into the water and start swimming. It's like they're being asked to dive into the deep end of this connection, but somehow they're feeling as though they don't have the ability. I'm seeing someone with their hands tied. They feel like their hands are tied, like they don't have the ability or the capacity to dive deeper into this right now. This may be because certain things in their current life are feeling overwhelming, but I'm also getting with the card beliefs. There may be certain religious belief systems, structures, dynamics, groupthink dynamics, societal belief systems. I feel like there's some rigid belief systems that were programmed into them from a young age, because we have the inner child card here as well. And if these belief systems were not programmed into them from a young age, then this dynamic, this energy around them that's causing them to feel restricted, that's causing them to feel like their hands are tied, is connected somehow to their childhood or to their family, to childhood friends, their roots in some way. And here we have perception in the reverse position. Yeah, they are being pushed to see something from a different perspective. And I feel as though this is a person who has certain things that they want to accomplish in this life, certain dreams, certain goals, visions for themselves. And I'm getting that they asked to live this higher life, in a sense, to live a life that was more in alignment with who they really are, with their purpose. It's like their soul cried out for this, whether they did this consciously or whether this was just a subconscious cry emanating from them. And in response, the universe sent them you, the glitch in the matrix. I mean, who else to help them radically shift their perspective, uproot themselves from their current limiting reality and align with this higher version of themselves? Who better to send to them than you, the one who has been through that same process? A literal glitch in the matrix. This kind of unicorn energy. I'm getting that unicorn symbolism for some reason. And yet when it really has come down to it, this person has gotten afraid. It's like they've reached that point of the jump where they're being asked to kind of trust fall here, where they're being asked to dive deeper into this connection, into you, into your energy, to uproot themselves from their current belief systems and environment that have felt so limited to them, that have been actually holding them back from their highest potential. But it's like this person has decided, no, I'm not going to dive deeper, but I'm still going to try and achieve those things. So it's like I see a car trying to run without gas, without having fuel. And it's like this person has decided they're not going to allow this deeper transformation to take place right now because it feels too overwhelming. And instead, they're going to try, I'm hearing, to go about it the hard way, or maybe the impossible way, because you can't run a car without fuel. And the fuel is meant to be this transformation, this awakening that they're resisting. And I'm hearing that there has to be a shift in perspective here, a shift in perception on this person's part before they're going to be able to align with the timeline that they want to align with. But they are resisting that shift in their perception because it would require them to uproot themselves. So I want to pull from the Lover Oracle. This is one of my relatively new energy oracle card decks, and I've really been loving it. I have found the messages to be so aligned, but I want to know what this person is thinking towards you, what they're feeling towards you at this time. I'm hearing a combination of admiration and fear at the same time. It's like they're both still deeply intrigued, deeply curious. I'm getting that they can't stop focusing their energy on you, even when they're trying not to speak to you or trying not to interact with you. We have the card, how could you ever forgive the mess I've made? I'm afraid to lose you. Yeah, this person feels like they've already made a mess of things. Maybe they chose to cut things off and now they're regretting it. Maybe they chose to completely shift their style of communication towards you, or I'm hearing point of no return. Like this person did or said things to cut you off, or maybe they caused you to feel hurt or rejected in ways that now they're feeling like they can't come back from. They feel like something they've done or said, or maybe it was their inaction or their lack of communication, but there's been something here that's happened that they feel has been some kind of point of no return, something that they feel they can't come back from. And I'm hearing they were under some kind of spell. So it's like almost as though this person was in some kind of fog or haze that I'm referring to here as a spell, where they weren't thinking clearly, where they were so clouded by their insecurities and their fears that somehow they allowed themselves to be influenced to cut you off or to pull back in a really strong way, to go past this point of no return. And now they're afraid that they've lost you forever, but I feel like they're still not expressing that. We have, I can't make a decision. It is dark without you. Yeah, it's like this person's soul knows that if they want to keep connecting with you, if they want to keep communicating with you in the way that they have been, if they want to still be in your life in the way that they have been, there's now this fork in the road where they're going to have to choose the path of swimming deeper. I'm hearing no more connecting on your shallow end. It's almost like the divine is stepping in and pushing this person to a decision point, saying you are no longer allowed to connect with this person, with the collective, in this shallow, on the surface way. I'm hearing you have enough information to know whether you're ready to jump into this. That's what this person, like the message that they're getting here. But they feel like they can't choose or they can't make a decision. Do I jump into this or do I keep living as I've been living? And I almost feel like it was their lack of action or their lack of communication or lack of decisiveness that ultimately made the decision for them, that now they're feeling like they can't come back from. And yet they're still feeling so much passion for you here. So I'm going to be pulling from what's the vibe? What's the vibe with this person? I'm seeing a cave. Maybe this person is kind of embodying the energy of a hermit right now from the traditional tarot, kind of going into their cave. We have the card toxic. Yeah, I'm getting that there are certain toxic friends or people or influences around them. And, you know, I feel that what your mirror showed them was just how toxic some of these things are. And it pushed them to a point where they needed to alter these dynamics in order to truly become the best version of themselves, the highest version of themselves. It's like your energy required them to see the truth of toxic either belief systems, people, things around them that they were not ready to see or to process. Here we have Archangel Michael as well, coming in with protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. I actually feel that this protection was for you. This divine intervention was for you. So even though it may feel hurtful that this person has pulled back their communication or pulled back their interaction with you, stepped out of your life in some way. I feel like this was actually divine intervention on your behalf. This was protection for you to prevent you from being affected by the toxicity around this person, that they've not been making the decision about cutting out of their life fully. We have the card puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted, and therefore stagnant and distant, chaos, isolation. Yeah, wow, this person's in a very heavy energetic state of being at this time. This may be part of why the divine intervened here, because your energy is in this very pure, high vibrational place. You've already been through the cycle that this person is going through. Again, I'm getting this may have been a 7-year cycle for some of you listening. And because you've already been through this cycle, your spirit guides are protecting you from re-entering a cycle that you've already completed. If this person isn't going to make the choice to complete their own cycle here, to step into a higher energy with you, this person is confused by how your energy is affecting them. They're confused why they can't just let this go without emotional consequence. Because when they were in that fog or that haze and they made that snap decision to pull back, they may have felt a little bit of instant regret, but they kind of told themselves that they would be able to just keep going forward with their life. What they weren't expecting is that this distance would cause them to feel so emotionally chaotic. It almost feels like in the absence of your energy, their life feels like it's falling into chaos. This is partially because this person did not realize the effect of your divine energy. You carry a kind of energy that uplifts and supports the people around you in ways that are so seemingly natural that people will assume it's coincidence. You have this effect. I've called it like a safety net of energy or a blanket of energy. There's a way that your energy affects the people who have the privilege of being closely connected to it, where they will start to notice things in their life going right when they're connected to you, new opportunities, new growth. I'm hearing that this person experienced some of this around you, whether it was, for some of them, maybe it was a promotion in the workplace or just some elevation effect from being connected to you. This may have been things in their life feeling like they were starting to take off, feeling like they were starting to go right. And I'm getting that they did not attribute this consciously to the effect of your energy. They thought that this was something that was coincidental or that they created themselves. And so they assumed that even if they disconnected from you, they could somehow maintain that energy that was actually artificial to them. It was your energy. It was your divine energy creating these openings, these opportunities, these promotions, whether that was a literal promotion or just promoted in the sense that they were being brought into higher places as a result of being connected with you. Now they're quickly beginning to realize that it was your divine energy that was bringing these opportunities into their life. It wasn't something that they were doing on their own. And now that they're disconnected from you and from your divine energy, they're feeling a lot of regret, not just over losing you, but it's like not only have they lost you and they feel all this passion towards you, but they're losing other opportunities and other things in their life feel like they're slipping as well. It feels like things are falling into chaos. And this is actually causing them to realize just how powerfully influential your energy is and was and always has been upon them. But they're also in this state of feeling like it's too late to fix things, or it's too late to shift the dynamic back to the way that it was here. However, I do feel that this is someone strongly considering communicating with you, because we do have the throat chakra card coming out here. So this is someone who desperately wants to, I'm hearing, to re-communicate something, to communicate that they feel like they missed an opportunity here with the Ace of Wands and the reverse position. This is someone who really wants to double back and manifest you back into their life. Part of the reason is because they're feeling this passion towards you. I'm hearing they're feeling even more passion in your absence than they felt when you were present, because when you were present, it's almost like they were able to take some of that presence, some of that divine energy for granted. This is someone who seems to really be trying to manifest. I'm hearing a way to retrace their steps. They're trying to manifest backtracking here. But I do get that this communication from them, although they're heavily, heavily thinking about communicating, and you're most likely feeling that sense on your own energy as well, because you're very intuitive, but that communication may actually be delayed. I'm hearing that they may really take their time with formulating communication towards you. But I want to know, when this person does communicate, we will be pulling a divine timing card here as well, but I want to know what exactly they're likely to be saying here. Okay, we have the card stop focusing on time frames. So yeah, it seems that the way to get this person to communicate faster is actually to detach yourself from their energy, from fixation on when they're going to be reaching out here. Time is still unknown. Yeah, it's unknown because this person is so heavily resisting reaching out to you at this moment, even though they desperately want to here. But I want to know, when this person does communicate, what are they likely to say or to communicate here? I'm going to pull from the Energy Oracle. What is this person likely to say here? Strategy. So they're likely to, in the meantime, be formulating this plan to be moving things forward with you in some way. I'm hearing to get their bearings as well. I see a compass that's spinning, almost like they feel like they've lost their sense of direction. So they're trying to get their bearings and formulate some kind of plan here of how they're going to contact you. But not just that, how things could possibly move forward between the two of you. I'm hearing, I want to take a chance on this. But this person knows that they can't come at you with a whimsical energy. They sense that you're very divinely protected. They sense that kind of Archangel Michael sort of energy around you, whether that's an entity that you literally connect with or more so an overall energy of protection. And that's what's causing them to feel really rightfully a little bit intimidated here, because they know that when they come towards you, they have to come in the energy of truth. They have to come forward with clarity. And at this moment, the chaos of their life is causing them to feel a bit unclear. So if you do want help in really staying in that energetic state that will call in communication from this person, that will manifest that forward and manifest harmonization of this connection, or if you'd like to just harmonize your own energy with your most harmonious, high vibrational, fulfilling timeline in love, whatever that is for you personally, I recommend checking out my Love Magnetism Subliminal meditation. And this comes from my Subliminals app, which is called Sound and Soulful. And it's now available in both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. So you can find the app by searching for it in either app store. But I'll also be leaving a link to download it directly underneath the video. And when you get the app, you can search Love Magnetism using the search feature. You can listen in 10 different background sound options, just depending on your personal preference. And in the app, I do have many, many, many subliminals for all different areas of your life. I believe there are almost 140 of them now, and I'm continuing to add new ones all the time. So I know many of you have been commenting and leaving reviews and seeing amazing results using subliminals in your own life. And I'm so happy and grateful to see how subliminals are helping you positively transform your life. But if you haven't tried them out yet, then you can click the link underneath this video in the pinned comment or description box to see the app in the app stores, download it, and you can create a free trial account to start trying out my subliminals for free. So I'll leave all that information below. Otherwise, I hope this reading helped you along your journey. If anything here did resonate for you, then I would love to hear from you in the comments section. If you feel guided to leave a comment, Otherwise, have an amazing day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.